All right, welcome back. Got us a little ambient sound going on now. Cleo 2. Let's get that straightened out real quick there. All right, guys, welcome back. What's up, Trevor? Manja, welcome. We got Cleo 2 now. I got her set up at $1,000 a spend, so it's $5 denomination. It's a 200 credit max bet. Puts us at $1,000 a spin. Let's see if we can beat our all-time record of $801,000. We need multi-retriggers to do that. Oh, I thought we were going to get it right off. Sometimes we get lucky and get it right out of the gate. I guess I should cover the rules of the game for anybody. I don't know if there's anybody out there still that doesn't know about Cleo 2, but in case you don't, Cleo 2 up there, worth 50,000 times your line bet. Pretty huge volatility on this game, as you can see by the pay scale. And there's your lines, and then 3 of those little Sphinx dudes there get you the free spins with multiplier, and then 5 of them is amazing if you can get it. 2,600 times, I believe, is what it comes down to, or actually it said right there. Let's look at that. I just skipped right through it, but it tells you. Let's see. Okay, yeah, 52,000 times the line bet. So do some quick math on that. 52,000 times your line bet. So we've got $50 line bet. Somebody who's got a calculator can do that. We're gonna keep on spinning. Hey, GK Shelby 500. Welcome, man. This is all just for fun. Hey, are you a Shelby 500 guy? You a Mustang guy? I had a neighbor growing up that had a Shelby 500. He restored it. It's the most amazing sounding engine I've ever heard. Hey, Gerardo, welcome to the channel, man. How you doing today? Nothing like that. I think it was like, what was it, 500 cubic inch engine, right? 500 cubic inch V8. Had pipes on it and everything. Man, the thing sounded good. Yeah, they're actually hard to find here too, Shelby. I mean, if you find one, you usually find them all in the junkyard, you know, rusted out, and you have to rebuild them. But even then, they're super expensive, just because they're so rare. Certain years. Oh, it's messing with us. I think it's going to be a good session on Cleo 2. Gotta make sure the screen is aligned for you guys. Sometimes I'll get started and start playing, then realize that it's not even recording the whole screen. Whoops. Well, that was a quick 50,000, right? Man, all right. Cleo's hungry today. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That's not what you want to hear. Not a good sound. Trying to eat my ticket. There we go. All right. Sometimes it works to fast stop them on this, but slow play a little bit. And once again, I have it set up for $10,000 hand pay, so we're not going to get the hand pay until over $10,000, just for the sake of live stream. We need 5 of you, dude. All the way across. Hey, thanks for the good luck, Gerardo. Hopefully we can get to that goal and hit the $1 million jackpot. Maybe today's the day. Hey, there we go. It's a good little hit. Had that Clio drop down there, it would have been a different story. $7,500. Ooh, first hand pay. First hit over 10,000. Typically at this point, this would be when I get up and walk away. IRL. And I would have missed that $5,000 right there if I did walk away. But she's already eaten almost 100, so. Hungry Cleo. Mess of lines. I've actually played Clio so much I have all the lines memorized now in my head. You know you play a game too much when you know all the lines. Hey, I wasn't even. I looked away for 1 second. There it is. Bada bing. 26,250. Not too bad. Oh, kings. Kings and queens. Just kings. Alright, Cleo. Let's pull it together, Cleo. 5 Sphinxes gives us 52,000. Did anybody calculate that? What's 52,000? times 50. Ooh, we got it. Right on. Right on, right on, right on. Who's picking? Trevor, you're going to pick this one, man. Are you still up in here? I'm going to let you pick it.
Touch a box and see what you win. Touch a box on the screen.
I think there may be a little delay from the chat to the stream. You still up in here, Trevor? You going to pick it?
Touch a box on the screen.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pick it then. I think Trevor may be
Touch
away.
a box
I'm going red
on the
because
screen.
I always do red.
You won 9 free spins.
Hey, we'll take it. It's better than 6. Right in the middle.
I wish you great prosperity.
Yep, Cleo's being cheap today. Didn't even reach hand pay territory there. I mean, hand pay R style, slots and stuff style. Remember, our hand pays here are 10,000 or more. I don't even want to see it if it's under 10,000. It's okay, she's just getting warmed up. It. That was another 50. So let's put another 50. This puts us at 150 into this thing. 150,000. $1,000 to spend. It's not. She's not being nice today. But we're trying. Hey, that's pretty good. Time for some fast play. Let's see if it'll get it. Nope. Didn't make any difference at all. They're showing up, we're just not getting through. Yes, I knew it was coming. I had a feeling. Trevor, that's a good question, man. I thought it would last a while. Trevor asked how long the buttons will last on these machines. If we get crazy like what I'm doing here, it may not last that long. But they're not that expensive anyway. Alright, what are we doing? I'm thinking green. I'm really thinking we need to do green.
Touch a box and
We're going green.
You won 8 free spins.
It's a blue. Yeah, it's alright. Do it. It's totally messing with us. There we go. A little something, something. At least it was better than the last one. It wasn't good though.
Very pleasure.
11,750. Is that second or third hand pay? Still not that good though. We want to see a big one, Cleo. Alright, back-to-back bonuses? Back-to-back. Let's see it. Nope, no back-to-back. Front to front? No. Hey, D-Lo, what's up, man? Welcome to the channel. We're trying to see if we can get Cleo to pay out here. She is being quite tight today. Doesn't mean it won't change though. Play it out to 0 to clear this session, if it lets us. Alright, 0 balance. That should reset the session. Let's give her a little more greenage. Eat your greens, Cleo. Dr. Ed asks, since I have control of the game, can I change the win percentage of the game? Yes, I can, but within a specific parameter. So with the software IGT gives you in the administrative side, so the casinos have the ability to change within a given set of percentages. In this game, for instance, each one's a little bit different, but this one goes from as low as 80%, 80.5%, as high as 98%. So I have it tuned up at 98.06, I think is the exact percentage, and that's as high as it'll go from IGT. So I can't go beyond that. But even at 98%, it still just takes and takes and takes. It's amazing, really. When I first got started in this, I thought, oh, well, that'd be great. Just set it at 98%, we'll just win all the time, it'll be awesome. But that's not the case. I think there's one video I have on our channel here where it's almost like 30 minutes of just all bonus rounds. That footage took literally 2 days straight to get, just because it takes so long to get the bonus round. It's ridiculous. Come on, it's coming around. I think we're going to get it soon. It wants to. 2,000. What's funny is the dynamic nature of these games. So, I mean, you could have it set at say 80%, and the machine will fluctuate anywhere from 15 to 20% plus or minus. So it can really get on a run, and you can win a lot, even if it's, you know, supposedly tight in the programming. And vice versa, you could sit here and play all day and not win anything, even if it's at 98%. It seems to have about a 15 to 20% fluctuation on either side of that. The longer a game exists, the higher the overall accounting balance or play on the machine creates actually more stability in the play. So I guess you could, the way I visualize it kind of is like throwing a rock in a pond. The first few ripples are the biggest, and then they slowly, as they travel out towards the edge, it becomes less and less. So if you were to draw this out on like a waveform, I guess it would look like it was high volatility in the beginning with decreasing volatility over time as it slowly fine-tunes itself to the exact percentage of hold. I don't know. Haven't played one long enough to know that, because it literally takes years of playing a machine to get that kind of data, and would it even be worth trying to get? Yeah, this one's really volatile. It's kind of like how it is today. I mean, you're either going to win huge, or it's just going to kind of run you out of money slowly but surely, or really quickly. Yeah, the highest denomination Clio we have here is $10. It's a nickel machine at our casino, but it's $10 to spin, and even at that, if you sit there for too long, it goes pretty quick, especially if you don't hit the bonus within the first, you know, few $100. You'll be there all day. It's a hard one to walk away from, though, that's for sure. Sometimes I stop the count up just to try to change up the rhythm. And sometimes I'll let it count up. See, that was a good hit. See, we have this tuned to 10,000 for hand pay, but that would be 5,250, so not too shabby of a hit. But again, if you're betting $1,000 to spin, that's not that great. I do wonder how long these buttons will last, though, actually, now that you bring that up. Hey, another 10. What do we get? Oh, queens, okay. That's the best thing about Clio 2. You just never know when it's going to pay out. It's not like a consistent, even flow. You know, some of those games you can, like Black Widow, you can play it, and you're pretty much going to have some playback. It'll be fun. It doesn't just take. Clio is a taker. But if you can get through the ugly part, you get to one of those big bonus rounds. She'll make it all right. Resident Sleeper, we need a bonus. Come on, Clio. Little side entertainment there. Come on, Cleo. We brought in the lucky sleeping dog and everything. Switch. I'm going to cut the bet in half for a few spins here. See if that changes it. Let me see something here. Whoa. Ooh, that's pretty good. That was actually better than the bonus rounds. 5,400 on that one. Let's see what it was. Aces, right? Aces. Not too shabby. Oh, D-Lo, you just figured out the chat? Yeah. The chat's where it's at, man. Usually we have quite a few people up in here and it gets a little crazy in chat. It's always a lot of fun. A little some tens. Usually it seems like the later in the afternoon is a little better for streaming, but I do it in the morning because I work in the evening, so... Alright, the only one we haven't picked yet has been blue. So I'm kind of like feeling we need to do blue just to get that out of our system. What do you think?
Touch a box to reveal your 3 spins.
Just because we haven't done it yet. 15 spins, come on.
You've won
Alright, we'll take
3 spins.
Here we go. Something big or a retrigger, come on. Not too bad, not too bad.
I wish you great prosperity.
It's getting a little better each time. Actually, we had that line hit that was better than the bonus round. Come on, Cleo, we're starting to think you're broken. What's kind of nice is when I have the Clio 2 in, I have the machines outfitted with Clio 2. So if I pan down a little bit, you can see I've got the Clio 2 glass top and bottom for the round top. I do have the topper as well, but That would be too big to put the top on it. It's got one of those, it's got lights all over it. It's a tension grabber topper. Straighten you guys out just a little bit. There you go. It's always good when Cleo's dressed up right. They're showing up a lot. It's just a matter of getting them to show up at the right time together. Well, there was another 50, so we're definitely in the hole for the session. No doubt. Hey Kyle, welcome to the channel, man. This is just for fun. This is not real money. This is a home-owned, personally owned slot machine by IGT, just like the ones you play in the casino. We tune it up to $1,000 a spin because we love Cleo, and we want to see what will happen if we can actually get to $1 million bonus round. It's for all you crazy Cleo 2 fanatics like myself. Who wants to pick? Who's bringing the luck today?
Touch a box and see what you win.
I'm almost thinking we need to go green again. I don't know. Yeah, let's do green. I think you're right, Trevor.
You won
All right.
10 free spins.
10's our lucky number. I think those were the 3 worst bonuses I've ever had on this game. Maybe it's because she's storing up. She wants us to hit the million, so she's like, can't pay you out in smaller bonuses. We're gonna do it all at once. And I think the Cleo is 50,000 times. There's 5,000. So let me see. Hold on. She is, yeah, 50,000 times your line bet, and 52,000 if you get 3 of these guys. So if we hit that, we can retire Cleo forever. Up a lot though. I think we're going to get a good one. It's time for some fast stops. think that it works, but the jury's still out on that. Yeah, I say on the Wolf Run game, it seemed to work, but on this one, it's just not happening. Fast stopping those reels. Come on now. Nope. I tell you, when I got those 5 in a row at the real casino here, there was no better sound. It like seared that sound in my mind. You get all 5 of those. That's the rush, man. That's what keeps you coming back to Cleo 2. You get a good hit on it. It's addicting. Hopefully it's not like our yesterday session on kitty glitter. That was brutal. 2 hours without a single retrigger. Oh, that's kind of not so good. Real quick. Anybody ever tried that? So I just popped it open, took a few drinks, and then noticed that it's about a month past its past due date. Oh, lordy. No? It still tastes good. It's literally a month past. Probably shouldn't drink it, though. I literally just bought it like 2 days ago. Not cool, man. Not cool. I better not drink this. Yeah, that tastes okay, but probably shouldn't drink it. Alright, I'm not gonna drink it. I know, right? Green, man. Oh, you should always look at the date before you drink it. Guys. Not cool. At least it tasted good. If I had gotten a mouthful of everything nasty, I would have spit it all over Cleo here. Get a mint. I can't believe that. It's awful. That's the second time on stream I've done something like that. We had the dishwater day the other day where my coffee mug had dishwater in it. Instead of getting a mouthful of coffee, I got a mouthful of dishwater. You just never know what's going to happen here. That's the in stuff. So if you're wondering what the in stuff is, it's slots and stuff like that. Holy smokes, we just used another $50,000. Cleo, you really need to pay something out here. Where's the camera? Look at the date on that. October 11th of 2017. Today is the 9th of November. Yeah. Hey, Nelson, welcome back, man. Nothing huge yet. We're waiting on the big bonus. We've had some really pretty terrible bonus rounds. No retriggers yet. Nowhere close to our $800,000 record. Starting to think we're not going to be able to beat it. Oh, no problem, man. I'm glad you could join even though you're working. Hopefully you have a great day today on Thursday. We're getting close to the weekend. Yeah, there is a max on the retriggers. It's 50. It's going to go to 50 and then it stops the bonus round. 50x. Now the question is, because I've never actually gotten there, I've gotten to 44. The question is it 50 spins, or is it the multiplier? So meaning, does it just go up to 50x and then you can continue your spins, or does it cap it right at 50 and then 50's it no matter how many spins you have? Hopefully one day we'll be able to answer that question. I was pretty close on that record setter. I think we had 44 spins on that one. Yeah, that 800,000, and what's funny is that 800,000 one was really based on one huge line hit towards the end with like a 43 times multiplier or something, which is really all it takes once it's up that high. Yeah, so Dr. Ed, if you haven't checked it out, there's like 3 or 4 pretty cool videos of bonuses here on this machine that we have. One of them goes up to 44x, or maybe 40, yeah, 44, and a bunch of retriggers, and that was back when Clio here was actually paying out better. All right, we're getting some back-to-back action here. This particular Clio is a little moody. She's got good days and bad days. Oh yeah, and can you imagine, Nelson, you get to 50x, you hit just a line of queens, you're going to make a ton. What's interesting is it does vary on your first pick, so even with 3 sphinxes, you'll get to choose your box, and sometimes it'll go all the way up to 15 spins, even with just 3. We got it the other day, and it wasn't too bad of a bonus. I think it's warming up now. I would certainly hope so. My goodness, I think we have like 200,000 in this thing. I haven't been keeping track. So today, for the sake of the experience, I included the ambient sound for you, for your listening pleasure. Mostly because I got tired of hearing the fan out of this machine. So we got a little ambient sound, a little realness. Because I repositioned the mic and it's closer to the machine, so you can hear the game better. But you also, unfortunately, hear the fans better too. Hey, what's that? What do we got here? Jackpot. That's a jackpot. But we want to see at least 6 figures. I'm surprised we haven't seen a 6-figure one yet. All those little ones start to add up. Hey, what's up, Sizzling Slide Jackpots? What's going on, man? Happy Thursday. For me, it's still morning, but for you, afternoon. Wow, man, I keep getting up to reset this thing, and we keep hitting little jackpots. Alright, let's see. I'm thinking what I'd like to do, I may modify this thing even a little more. It's still set up just like it was at the casino, so you have to actually get the jackpot key, you know, reset it, all that jazz. I'm thinking about actually making a little remote button that I can just click and it will reset the jackpot. That way I don't have to get up and go over there, you know, reach around and mark and all that. You know you're lazy when you want to just click a button. Plus, I was thinking about that because I'm sure eventually the jackpot key will wear out as well. I mean, we couldn't possibly play this game more than they're going to get played in the casino, you know what I mean? I mean, they're built pretty strong. They're built for tons of action. I mean, this cabinet here was manufactured in 2001 by IGT, so it's already had, you know, 16, almost 17 years of action in a casino, and it's still doing good. No, I can't actually modify the game itself, Trevor. Those are all done by IGT when they burn the boards, the flash boards of the game. There you go. It's actually pretty strictly regulated, that kind of stuff. You can't mess with the boards at all. All you can do is mess with the parameters that typically a casino would have the ability to set, which is like the payout percentage, the denomination, and of course max bet. But that's it. Max bet up to 1,000, and then you can't unlock it beyond that. I think so too. I think that'd be pretty cool if you could change it, but from what I understand, you can get in trouble for messing with it. They're all those things that are owned or proprietary to IGT stuff. So we gotta play it just like they made it. There are different versions of this game though, so you'll notice as you see the lifespan of different games like Clio 2, they have different revs. So you'll have like the very first early Clio 2 when it first came out, and then as each newer machine comes out, they basically keep the same game, still called Clio 2, but you'll notice little tiny variations, like I think on the next rev that they had of this one, like you see these become the little scarab beetles in the bonus round. The next revision of this had it was a little bit more tuned up, a little bit polished, the graphics, a little more 3D looking. And then they have the latest Clio 2, which is what you see in, like, you know, Cosmo and all the places on the Strip and other casinos where it's on. They look really nice. They just took the same graphics and really gave them like a gold shine to them. Next level stuff, you know. So as technology gets better, graphics gets better, gameplay gets better. Yeah, you can get, like, matter of fact, if you really like Clio 2, there is a software program that you can buy. It's actually by IGT for your PC on your home computer. I have it on my computer, but it's not exactly the same as the real deal. That's why I bought the machine. I actually bought the machine after I hit the $26,000 jackpot at our local casino on one. So I figured, hey, I'm going to buy this Clio 2 machine. I saw it, and I figured, you know what, I'll just buy me one. Heck, I've already probably bought the one at the casino multiple times. It's probably saved me a bunch of money, actually, to be honest. Yeah, I've compared the one that you can play on your desktop computer with the real one, and even though it's also made by IGT, I think it doesn't even come close to like the real one. It's still fun. It'll scratch the itch, but it's not like the real deal. I want to go out and play that Clio 3 machine. That looks pretty cool. I saw a video on YouTube with that one, somewhere in Vegas. There, see, I killed the ambient sound. Now you hear the fans. I guess it's not too bad. It's not too bad now that I moved the mic away. So Nelson asks, how do I get the different boards to be able to swap them in the machine? So that you can actually buy them from companies that refurbish these machines as they come out of casinos. There's quite a few companies actually, more back east towards the eastern states of the United States than there are actually in the Southwest and more westerly like Vegas and stuff. But if you find the right dealers, they'll sell you just the parts. But there's some risk in buying just the boards because there's a lot of places that don't thoroughly test the board, from what I found out. And so you'll get a board that will partially work. So they're very sensitive boards. I think I've showed them before on stream. If you'd like to see one, I'd be happy to show you. But what happens is there's a tray that holds the motherboard or main board. And it's just like your computer, so it has a motherboard. And then on top of that motherboard is a flash game board. So it's like a daughter board. It sits on top, a piggyback, on top of the motherboard. And these newer games like Clio 2 are all in flash memory on the boards. And as if you've ever known about flash, it's super static sensitive. So even the slightest charge can completely destroy the game. So you just got to be careful with them when you're swapping them out. And they got a lot of little tiny pins that are really easy to bend. And once you bend them, if you're not careful, they're tricky to get back straight. Yeah, Dr. Ed, some of those colossal reels are pretty, I mean, they look great. They're amazing, like the graphics on them and giant screens. Those machines are a whole nother story, man. They're like $20,000, $30,000. I mean, they're selling Michael Jackson and the Cher Valley game on eBay a few weeks back, and they were like $8,000 starting bid. So yeah, they're pretty steep. The bigger the screens, the more complex, the higher the price. Also, the more popular the game is too. There's some old IGT games that are actually pretty expensive because they're just so rare, hard to find. They only produced a certain number of them. Somebody was telling me that the Terminator game is a really rare game. All right, let's see. So here, let me show you. You may have seen this on another one of our live streams, but I'll show you real quick what the board looks like. So here's a tray. I think I showed this one before. This tray right here sits inside of the cabinet and plugs into a main backboard right here with all these pins. I don't know if you can see that or not. It may be kind of hard to... There's not a lot of light on this side of the screen. That's done purposely. But anyway... that secondary board, which is this top piggyback board right here, is the game. So this is White Orchid. That's what we were just playing. There's the little boot chip down there. And so you just swap out, if you just want to keep the main board, you can just swap out that top flash board. But you got to be careful because a lot of people will sell, I've seen them sell the motherboard, tray, and game board for like $800. Just for that, just for this. So, I mean, check around if you're looking for it and it's legal and where you live and you can own one. Just do your research and always price shop because not everybody's equal. Also look at reviews, join the forums, all that good stuff. Oh yeah, 208 used to be a slot tech. Very cool. Awesome. I've been waiting to get a slot tech in the channel, man. So you remember these boards. I mean, they're pretty... The funny thing is once you've gone through these once or twice, you get pretty comfortable with them. When I first started messing with them and the boot chips and stuff, I mean, I was a mess. I was trying to use the chip puller and I was bending pins, and I actually cooked a couple of the game boards with static electricity because I already knew it was sensitive, but I didn't realize they were that sensitive. So now we use that, of course. Should have started out with that. And that just keeps me grounded when I'm messing with it. But yeah, what's funny is that once I actually got my first machine and tore it apart, there's not a lot to them, honestly. I mean, there really isn't. You got the power supply, the backboard, the monitor, or the backplane, I'll call it, the main board, and the game board. And then you got other little elements like your ticket printer, your sound card, the lighting. Each little light has its own little ballast. You know, your validator, and that's about it. Now this machine is actually set up with a a little SAS card, a little network card, which allows it to communicate with, you know, so it can read its own tickets for a Tito system, or ticket in, ticket out. And then I can connect it to my local network here and give myself credits, just like the casino would, with free play and bonus credits. So it's kind of cool. So if for some reason, say the bill validator stops working on me, I can always just go in via IP address to the machine and apply myself some bonus credits, which is kind of cool. Yeah, Dr. Ed, they are fragile. That's the thing. I mean the board, the material that the PCB is actually pretty resilient. It's just the components that are on it, and I live in the Southwest, so it's very dry out here. We have a lot of static charge. So the main thing is, once you sit down to work on the board, you just can't shuffle your feet around at all. You got to put that grounding wristband on. Hey, what's up, Russell? Welcome back, man. Happy Thursday to you. Hey, 208, I got a question for you, actually. Now that I got a real slot tech in here, I want to show you something real quick. If you guys don't mind, let me grab this other board. I found something super sketchy, and I want to see if you know something about this. Hold on just a second. So what I did was I got a board from a casino. Not going to mention any names, but I see something very unusual. Give me just a second here. I'm digging it out amongst all these boards. Let's see if I can find it. All right. So you know you've got the 3902s and the 044 main boards, right? There we go. Okay, that was just a quick intermission. I just had to grab a board. I want to show you something, but I'll keep playing for the sake of the stream while I get this ready. Okay, let me see if you can see this. You may not be able to. Let me... Okay, so this is the 3902 board, right? Like the older board. Let me take off the sound card board portion of it. And I want you to check this out. This looks way fishy to me, dude. I wonder if you can see this. Let's see. Right there. You see that little resistor that's soldered in? And it is, I wish the camera would focus. That little resistor is soldered in, and it's soldered in not from IGT. This is something that's added after the fact. Okay, and so what the reason why I show this is because I want you to see. I think this is almost like a way that someone who's running a not legit casino could actually cheat you. Let me point to it with this. You see right here, that little resistor is soldered in and touching one pin on this processor here, this chip. Is not from the factory. That was not factory installed on the PCB. I don't understand what the point of that would be. So if you could chime in. Hey, what's up, Jessica? We're playing detective today. We're catching cheater casinos. And let me see if this board has a marking on it to tell us what casino it came from. Because I would be super curious. They ripped off the sticker that tells you what casino it came out of. So 208 vapes, do you know anything about that? To me, it looks something sketchy. It looks like somebody figured out if they could throw in a resistor in there and get it on a certain pin on that one processor, does that somehow alter the payout or stop it from paying out a jackpot. I don't know. Is that what it does? Is that what it does? See, because normally a lot of these boards, when they come in, they have been checked by, in the case of the one that came from Nevada, they have the security sticker across the main board, across the pins. Says, you know, it's been checked by the Gaming Commission. That tape seal cannot be broken unless it's reevaluated or rechecked, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just kind of assuming that's what the point of that security tape is. And so I'm sure that they have somebody that checks the boards for fishy stuff like that. Now, I don't know exactly what that processor does, but I wish we could find out what casino it came out of, because that does not look legit. A little sketchy. So you just never know. That's why I always tell people, if you're going to go play at a casino, you're going to play real money, go to a legitimate casino that, you know, has some accountability, because as you just saw right there with that little resistor soldered onto the board, I'm sure that there's ways that electrical type people could get in here and rig these things. So if you're going to those little tiny casinos that don't look legit, they probably are not. And these boards can be set up to rip you off. I've been curious about that ever since I got that board. I'm not going to plug that board into my machine, though. It just looks like after somebody went in there and just soldered a bunch of stuff on the board, and probably be a fire hazard. That's not the board that almost caught on fire, by the way, for the record. I sure wish we knew what casino that came out of. Wouldn't it be funny? I should take that board to, like, somebody who knows circuitry can read that. Tell me what it does. You can certainly tell the difference. I mean, like if you're looking at a good clean game board, this is an example of a good clean board. See, there's nothing sketchy on here. That's all factory. It's all factory. There's no extra little components added after the fact. Yeah, so sorry if I bored you with that, but I had to, since we had a slot technician in the house, we don't get to have an actual slot tech in here very often, so I always like to ask some of these questions. I'm sure I have a lot more questions, but we'll wait till. Make sure you subscribe, and you know what? If you could, 208 Vapes, if you could hit me up on Facebook, go on there. It's Slots and Stuff is our Facebook group. Shoot me a quick message. I'd like to keep in touch with you, man. Always good to know a slot tech, especially if you're going to own it. Yeah, so from what I understand, these newer boards, like the newer WMS games and some of the other slot machines, are actually a lot easier swapping games than these older games. The newer ones, you basically use a little USB drive and a dongle, which is this little... Basically, it's just like another USB. So it's got a little hard drive and then a dongle, which is the USB. And you plug it in, turn it on, it boots up, you set your parameters, and you're up and running. So I'm almost thinking if you're just starting out and wanting to make your own game room, you may be better off going with one of those machines. I don't know. I know, right, Nelson? This thing is like just killing me. All right, let's do some fast play. Let's get this bonus, man. Enough chitter chatter. Let's see it. All right. Here we go. What's it gonna be?
Touch a box
What do you guys
to
think?
reveal your 3 spins. Touch a box and see what you win.
All right, I'm thinking red.
You've won 11 free spins. This brings me great joy.
That brings her great joy. 40,000, that's the best one yet. All right. So it is getting a little bit better. I mean, we're certainly not into the $800,000 range, but it is better. All right. Hey, Shiraz, welcome to the channel, man. It's going good on Thursday. How are you? Oh man, did you see that? One away from a ridiculous hit. Didn't that sound awesome? It's nothing like hearing those guys hit like that. This is going to be the big one, I think,
Touch
guys.
a box to reveal your 3 spins.
What do we pick? I'm thinking blue. What do you think?
On the screen. Touch a box on the screen.
Yeah, I think we got to go. Well, yeah, let's do blue. Let's not second guess it.
You've won 10
All right.
free spins.
What was available? 14, and that was on my mind. It's always on my mind, the highest box, right? Oh, that's good. Nice line hit there. 2,080. Just a couple retriggers. Alright, let's get that retrigger. Man, it's just not lining them up. But I think we'll get a little bit better payout on the line hit. We've got
Share
4.
in the treasures.
So 4,400 times 5 plus whatever that line hit was. So 32,000. Not too shabby. We're getting close to the 5 sinks. One away. Man, that would have been ridiculous. So close. Wouldn't that be great if we could get that live? Hey, Shiraz, thank you for the $1 super chat, sir. Much appreciated. Everybody give a shout out to Shiraz Khan for the $1 super chat. Thank you, sir. Let's keep the good luck going. All right, Shiraz, you get the next pick if we get this bonus. All right, let's put some more money in, Cleo. I say we take a peek at the accounting real quick. Let's let her eat this ticket. All right, let's look at this. I want to know. Look at that. She's still sitting at 26% over. 2.3 million in, 1.7 million out. She's withholding 26%. She should only be at around 3%. No, we don't want to do that. Back to the game. All right. She's warming up. Only took her an hour and 13 minutes. But we're going to get a bonus for Shiraz here. Let's do it. They're definitely coming around more often now. Yeah, she's due for a big one. You figure if she could err on, let's say, plus 10% of the hold number, then we know. All right. You guys mind if we geek out for like 1 second? Let's geek out real quick, okay? All you mathematicians in the house. If it's at 2.3 million, right? Total one, or total machine paid out is 1.7. Now, if it's withholding 26%, so let's say we are 23% over where it should be, okay? So 23% of 2.3 million. Also consider it could go 10 to 15% plus or minus. So add a, let's obviously because we're gamblers, let's figure plus 15%. So we have a potential, let's just say 30%. We have a potential 30% on 2.3 million. That's what I'm looking at. So we're looking at we could potentially break our record right now. It's capable. Big shout out to Shiraz Khan's mama, Rihanna. Shout out to Rihanna. You're watching today. You can join the Cleo play. We appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Click the little bell button. Get notifications when I go live. Sometimes we'll just sit here and grind away on a machine at $1,000 a spin just for fun. Sometimes we'll tear it apart. Sometimes we'll talk tech. Sometimes we get lucky and we get a slot tech in here and we get to shoot the bull a little bit. Always open and interested in learning more about these machines. Hey Jay, welcome to the channel, man. We are setting ourselves up here for hopefully a record-breaking Cleopatra 2 bonus round. We all know our record's 801,000, right? So, just putting that out there. We got to beat 801,000. I think we can do it. Pepsi, Pepsi, Pepsi. I don't know. I haven't had much luck with the root beer, root beer, root beer. But you never know. That could change. At one point, when I was in my full-on obsession mode, I told everybody I was going to do a 24-hour stream until we hit the $1 million bonus on Cleo. But that was before I played for like 3 hours straight and realized that it really is a grind to sit there and play a slot machine for that long. It's not if it's in the real casino and you got crispy $100 bills coming your way. But if you're just sitting there playing for the sake of playing, that's why I got to mix it up with some silly antics sometimes. It's more just to keep my brain engaged. Otherwise, you know how it goes. Right? I love that. Okay. Come on, Cleo. Root beer, Bud Light. Let's try that. Ah. Maybe Cleo is a hops and hops and barley kind of lady. I do not know. Alright, yes. That was one of those last spin saves. Look at that, we're down to the last spin there. 250 bucks left in the machine. Alright. Shiraz, this is all you, my friend.
Touch a box on the screen.
May the force be with you.
Touch a box to reveal your 3 spins.
Alright, Shiraz, your
Touch
pick,
a
buddy.
box and see what you win.
Tell me, you want blue, red, or green?
Touch a box and see what you win. Touch a box.
Oh,
and see
Shiraz, thank
what
you for that $1 super chat, sir. Once again, much appreciated, man. I thank you for your support.
Touch a box and
Tell me what
see
color you want,
win.
Shiraz. You want this one, or this one?
Touch a box.
All right, you want blue? We're going blue. This is for you, sir. Thanks again for that $1 super chat. I much appreciate that. 11 spins. That's a good pick. Good pick, right in the middle. Not a bad start. Oh, there you go. Nice. 6,860 on that one. Let's see the retrigger now. Oh, we got it. Nice. That's what we're waiting for, guys. There we go. This is going to be huge. Hopefully we get another retrigger. I want to see if we can cap it out at 50. Alright, everything from here on out is gravy, guys. We're at 12 times multiplier. Nice. Finally. Oh man, that's huge. 46,800. Look at that. Give us a retrigger. Oh my gosh. Alright now. This is what we're talking about. Let's beat that 1 million so I can retire, Cleo. Please. Hey, we might be able to see the cap today. Hopefully. We're going big time. I knew you were good luck, Shiraz. It's that super chat, I'm telling you. Sent the good vibes. Some good ones. Hopefully she doesn't stiff us now. Oh, don't do this to us, Cleo. You should do it. Alright. Man, listen to that music. Oh, that's huge. 68,750. We have just jumped over the $500,000 mark, guys. I think we're legit going to beat our record. Unless she gets all tight. Nice. Holy smokes. Man, those little drummers are going crazy. Alright, let's get a retrigger. We gotta get that retrigger. Oh, last spin. Oh, We'll take it though. Man, that was a good round. Let's see what our total is. Woo, that was big. Oh, that's lovely.
I wish you great prosperity.
Nice. Whoa, $840,950. We did it, guys. Shiraz, thank you. That was the good luck super chat of a lifetime. We just beat our record. It's official. You saw it here, guys. We just hit the new biggest Cleopatra 2 jackpot on YouTube. I know it's not in a real casino, but it's on a real slot machine, so I'll take it because that's awesome. Dang, could you imagine? Woo, that was awesome. I got to get a picture of that. That's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's get a picture. Man, that's just crazy. Had we retriggered one more time, we would have seen about that 50 spin question. Plus, we would have probably got the 1 million, and I could have retired. You know the thing I've been saying all along. If we can, if we get above $1 million jackpot on a bonus round, that I was going to retire. But you all and I know that's probably not true. Who am I kidding? I think that's a great way to end the stream, guys. That's a hell of a bonus. Very cool. I'm glad you guys got to watch it with me. I get just as excited. I know we don't get a big stack of Benjamins at the end of the day, but it's just as exciting for me, man. I love it. Especially seeing all those retriggers. That is a hoot. Hey, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Click the little bell icon for notifications. Be sure to share this video with your friends. And if you don't want to bore them with the first hour and 20 minutes, tell them they can skip to the end to see this amazing bonus round. I'll probably edit it down later for YouTube so that people can come in and just watch the bonus. Skip all of our chitter chatter. Thanks again, Shiraz, for the super chats. You guys are all awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. I'll probably be back a little later with another game. I may be back a little later again with some more Clio 2, but I have some work I have to get to. So, cheers. Good luck to those of you who are going to the casino today. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. Until then, take care.